Let's talk seed starting. Come on in, welcome to my home. Today we are going to start some seeds because, believe it or not, it's actually that time of year, and I was shocked by this. I mean, absolutely shocked, simply because I kept thinking, well, you know, it's March. I shouldn't have to start, oh wait, yeah, 8 weeks before our last frost date, which is the first weekend of May, approximately, is now. Isn't that crazy? So, okay, let's talk about this. The seeds which I'm starting are the seeds that I'm going to actually be using. Some of these I ordered, some of these I got for free through various mail-in things, and then some of them I actually collected myself, but the process is mostly the same. You just have to read the packet, but let's start off at the beginning. What I'm using are these really cool grow systems. They come with a tray, with a seed starting cells, and with a dome that has attached lights to it. Yep, those domes have attached lights to them. They are so cool. But if you don't have that, you do not need that to do this, because for the first little while, you really don't need that much unless the seeds call for light, and my seeds do not. However, my seeds are also located in a very light area, so that way there's lots of light coming in through the window, which is, you know, you can see actually them right behind me. So the lights won't be needed right now, but we have to think about how we're doing this and how we're starting off with. I'm starting off with a seed starting mix. You can use most seed starting mixes. It is up to you what seed starting mix that you get. This is the first time that I've used this one. I'll let you know what I think about it. Then I also did something which I'd never done before. I'd been told that pre-moistening the seed starting mix is really important, so this time I pre-moistened my seed starting mix. And this is something that you want to do. You want to moisten it to the point where when you form it into a ball, it'll hold its shape, but it won't be dripping water. So that is something to think about, and it really does help. Then the next thing that I do is I load up my seed cells with the mixture and then lightly tamp it in. That's an important thing to do. You want to make sure that you get this lightly tamped in so it's not just all loose and puffy and there are a whole lot of air pockets, because that's something that you don't want to have. So once you have your pre-moistened soil lightly tamped in, now is the time that we start planting the seeds. And now is the time when you really want to read your seed packet. Your seed packet will tell you how deep to plant your seeds and also what requirements the seeds have. Some seeds require light to germinate, and those seed packets will tell you. Some seeds just require to be pressed down on the top of the soil to germinate, and then other seeds need to be buried in, or, you know, sewed in down to a quarter of an inch, half an inch. It just depends upon the seed. The seeds that I'm starting, generally most of them say either lightly tamped in on the top or buried in about a quarter of an inch, and you have to see about that. But these seeds are something which I decided to do simply because I've spent a lot of money last year buying plants, which I could have really grown from seeds. So this year we're trying that, and we're trying it early enough so that I will know if this is going to work or not. And if the seeds are too big, if the plants are not going to work, then I'll know I can buy them. And also I know if I have to size them up. So I do have containers ready to size up my seeds, but I am jumping way ahead. First thing that we have to do is we have to look at our seeds and start them. Now the one thing which I did not do is I did not do more than 2 seeds per cell, simply because a lot of these I'm not going to keep. Like the herbs I'll only keep probably 1 or 2, and the flowers I'll keep all of those. But I only put 1 seed per cell in most of these, simply because that way if they all germinate, I have lots and lots of flowers I can give away. But if they don't all germinate, that's okay too. And I'm not separating out the seedlings because I know I'm going to want, especially the petunias, I really want to keep the petunias because mom's going to want petunias in her garden or in her containers. And the one thing which is cool about the petunia seeds, which I was really thankful for, they are pelletized. That means that they have a coating around them, and it made them so much easier to plant, because some of these seeds are super small and very hard to plant just one seed. So what I did is, once I put the seed onto the cell, whichever amount that I needed on the top, then I lightly, very lightly sprinkled some extra planting medium on top, or I pressed them down in and put the 1/4 inch over top of that. Then I spritzed the water on there. I have a sprayer where I can spray it onto the seed cells so that way they get enough moisture, because moisture is the big thing. These plants need to have moisture to germinate and grow, and that's important. So once I get those nice and moistened, then I put the dome on top, and then with the dome on top, I can plant them or put them where I'm going to keep them, right back here. That is a wonderful place to put them, simply because they do get light. I can make sure I can check on them. Once I put them into their trays, the one thing that you want to make sure that you do, label them. Trust me, even though you think that you're going to remember what you planted where, you're probably not going to. And a lot of this is rinse and repeat kind of thing. Take your seeds, plant them, put them in there, and then label it and put the dome on top. It is so easy to do and so wonderful, because this year I will be able to grow a lot of seeds, and you'll be able to see how they grow. Want to see how they grow, you can check out my post. I will be posting about these probably weekly, or you can become part of the YouTube membership program or Patreon patrons, where they get the behind the scenes, and I'll be updating everybody weekly on how these plants are growing. And later on in the season, you're going to get to see me plant these seeds out. With everything all planted up, put into the spot, now we just wait. And that's the big thing, is these are going to take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. And then once they are all ready to go, then I'll be dampening them off, which means I'll be taking them outside and just putting them outside for about an hour or two the first couple days, then maybe 2 to 4 hours, until they get to the point where I can leave them out all day, but that does not happen until after the last frost. Now the thing which you need to do is check out when your last frost is. Is your last frost in April, May? My last frost, according to our local area, is supposed to be May 6th. However, have we had frost after May 6th? Oh yes we have. In which case I will cover the plants, but we've jumped way far ahead. This process is really easy and it's also affordable. The other thing about this to remember is with these trays, I will just clean them out and then store them until I'm ready to use them again. So that's something fun. I really enjoy doing this process. It was a lot of fun to do. If you are doing plants or you're doing seeds, and you're probably going to see me do more seeds, so check out the post to see if I do more seeds. You're going to want to keep track of them. Make sure that they have moisture and those sort of things. Let me know down in the comments what seeds that you are doing this year. I'd like to take the time to thank these wonderful people who allow me to grow plants and want to see what I'm growing and how I'm growing it. They are wonderful. You can join this great crew and we can talk about plants, books, and everything in between. And we have a lot of fun over there. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope we get to see you again the next time you stop by.